Alright, hopefully everything should be prepared and ready, because this very well might be the final Chapter 3 and 4 no-hit stream before Chapter 5 comes out. I should close another one of my windows. There's something going on outside. Alright. Alright, let's see. How's the audio here? Alright, let's see. How's the audio here? Yep, that sounds good. So, Second Sanctuary. There are some parts where it takes a little bit of time in between save points, but I don't think it should be that bad. The boss might be challenging, but I can skip the last few attacks if I get enough, or maybe just the last couple attacks, if I get enough TP to use Better Heal. Since instead of healing a party member, Better Heal will just end the fight instantly, since obviously that's what Susie uses normally when you win the fight in a scripted way. Silver Lock Tension Bow, Silver Card Twin. Yeah, this all looks good. Unless, like, I maybe want to sub out Twin Ribbon for a Lodestone now. I don't need to check to make sure everything's working. Yeah, this all seems good. Also, I think I turned the game audio down slightly, or just my computer audio down slightly. Just a little bit. Hopefully it should make things a little bit better. But low on hopes and dreams they send, 3 heroes at the world's end. There's that prophecy again, the one with us. It's pretty hard to believe. Not just that things have been predicted, sure, but that I'm part of it too, I guess. The light and dark both burning dire, the countdown to the Earth's expire. These guys can be a bit difficult to avoid. Luckily, if I beat them at least once, then this required encounter suddenly becomes easily skippable. Yeah, these guys are tough. I'm not entirely sure if one Wing Blade attack is easier or harder than 2 Wing Blade attack. Yeah, I got hit on both of those. Again, it's a required fight, but if I can beat them at least once, I can skip it from then on afterwards. Anyways, I love these guys' designs. Okay, it's the same attack again. Okay. Again, like, I'm not sure. I mean, I think if they use the stab attack instead of the ring attack, single wing blade is usually pretty easy. But even then, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, there we go. Now I go right back to saving. Yeah, I really like the enemy designs of probably like all the enemies from the church. I've said how much I like angel designs in game, so like even if you know, like player angel ends up being true and we end up not being able to fight the angel as the final boss because we're the angel, like, yeah, see, much easier to outrun now. Fountain's feet read the roaring cries and Titan's shape from darkened eyes. So even if it turns out that we are the angel and therefore we can't fight the angel, hey, we still got the wing blades and the Titan fight. Hey, Chris, look, it's Rousey when we first met him. Guess all three of us have our own prophecies, too. Rousey's the Lonely Prince. Wonder what we are. Come on, there's gotta be another one ahead. The third hero, the Prince, alone in deepest dark. I am the philosopher. You sought to return the dream. But the lighting of the mind has changed. At best you can only see another side. Oh, what a fright! I thought I was going to move the bookshelf, but I moved the piano instead. How could I have prepared for this? It was glowing. The voice was glowing. Organic #1 vague poster, apparently. Ooh, yeah, actually, I think, harmonizing... I think harmonizing with 2 organics at once might actually be the play. Because it means one of them uses their weaker attack that they use when there are multiple enemies, and the other one just uses nothing. Or at least it's the one that uses the green bar attack, which can't hurt you. Alright, let's go into this again. I just harmonize again. Nice. What are you doing? I'm trying to protect these statues of my ancestors. A shame I could not meet them. They must have been brilliant, unlike the rest of the brutes and barbarians around here. If only these brutes had more filial piety. Statue stands in reverence. This, too, is a Homestuck reference. We know everything. We understand everything. We know nothing. We understand nothing. The Lord of Screams cleaved red by blade. So this prophecy right here, something that I noticed that I don't think I've seen that many other people point out, if I've even seen anyone point out, in the Chapter 3 intro, and also in Tenna's intro, the TV in the TV Time logo, the one that like has the letters T and V on it, and then the T and V sort of turn into Tenna's mouth and nose. That TV, when it first appears, actually has like a diagonal slash down the middle of the screen for a second before it turns to normal. Very likely intentional. Anyways, the whole area of the second sanctuary sort of gives me the vibe of like... There we go. Inside was revivement. Yeah, the whole second sanctuary area sort of gives me the vibe of like these organics newly arriving to the world after it's like been in ruin or unused for centuries. It's an interesting vibe. Obviously, it's like, well, did the organics come to life recently, or like in the Dark World's logic, were they alive well before the fountain was opened? It's like the guys in here don't even care about defending that fountain. I heard there's something inside the acorn, but I don't know where to find an acorn, or even what one is in the first place. We must find a way. We must find a way to use alchemy to make this acorn. Whose dream is this? Chris's dream? Susie's dream? Whose dream is this? Knight's dream? My dream? If I want to get really brain rotted, I can say that the acorn alchemy thing is also a Homestuck reference, but I'm not sure that's as obvious. The first hero, the cage with human soul and parts. Hey, this has gotta be you. A weird illustration, though. Why is it calling you a cage? Shouldn't you be something more like... The cool? Then for the picture, they can, like, use my drawing where you're saying Susie rules. Thing is, whenever I end up consuming a new piece of media, it means that I'm going to find references to it wherever I go. I mean, it was already like that with Deltarune. Rhapsody. Like, if I see pink and yellow, I am going to connect it to Deltarune. Don't worry about this encounter. Hang on, can I outrun it and get to the save point that's just ahead? Yeah. And I can just fight it later. Girl, you think that means me? Like, my prophecy's next? I wonder what it says. Come on. I mean, like, maybe. I mean, I could fight it again, but it's the same exact encounter as the one from before, right? It's just double organic. Incredibly cool song, and it sounds like a ringtone. Also, if I get lucky and do well enough on this act, then I can actually spare them in 2 turns. Yeah, not that bad. Whose dream is this? Whose dream? Whose dream? Knight's dream? My dream? You left it here. And importantly, go down here. Somewhat comprehensible. You are one of the donators. Between you and another, you reached 10,335 gold. How absurd. You may as well give money to a spider. Take what is in the treasure box as if it is yours. So I presume that means I donated 2 less than that? Or, no, 3 less than that? Because eggs from chapters 1, 2, and 3. The water's gleaming. Gold coins are glittering inside. Actually, if intentional, this is a cool detail because the captain in this room in the Dark Sanctuary says something about, like, kind of weird you throw paper money and didn't you have any change? So what, did it turn into gold coins in the second sank? Like, that makes sense, I guess. You open the treasure chest. Inside was Gold Widow. This armor's great. I mean, the best comparison I've seen to it, I guess I won't use it now, but best comparison I've seen to it is it's like Frayed Bowtie if you could put it on Susie, and instead of giving barely any defense, it gave really high defense. Frayed Bowtie is +1 attack, defense, and magic. Gold Widow is +1 attack and magic, +5 defense. The lighting has changed, but the power that fills you has not. Chris! Hey, look, it's me! Girl with the hope cross on her heart. Man, that's badass, isn't it? You think there's anything else about us? Hey, don't just stand there, let's keep looking. Alright, so the whole second hero debate, this was one of the videos that I probably would have made if Chapter 5 came out like a month from now. Basically, I think that the second hero girl is Susie, and the at last was the girl is also Susie, just like not from this same part of the prophecy that lists all the heroes. But I think that it's worded in such a way that it can be changed to be Noelle on the weird route, because, like, Sword, like, if you want to take the white pen of hope thing literally, or, I'm sorry, a white pen known as hope, if you want to take it literally, pens are swords, and this one lacks antlers, and the other girl prophecy is the axe/rudebuster symbol. Oh, I can't go back and save now. I'm gonna try not to get hit here then. So, like that plus hope crossed on her heart, fitting the description of Susie pretty well. Like, I think it's meant to be Susie, but it can change to be Noelle. There are a few other prophecies like that that I think are meant to be reinterpreted on the weird route in that way. I am the philosopher. Haven't you heard of Hyperlink Blocked? I feel like I haven't heard of it, but I don't know why. Always been on Spamton Relevance every chapter. Gonna be some line from some messed up Titan Spawn-esque NPC in Chapter 7. I'm feeling that if I want to win this next battle, I should really spam a ton of my attacks. Wait, I should be reading. No one ever wanted to be my partner in class. Got chosen last in gym. Kind of crazy, honestly. She's kind of buff. It's like something else, you know? Something important. Chris, before I didn't think I could be a hero. I wasn't good enough. I mean, I was bad. Still kind of am bad in some ways, I guess. But now I've got hope crossed on my heart. Hope written in truth, written somewhere no one can erase. Used to think second hero was always Susie and at last was the girl was always Noelle until I remembered the pictures existed a few days ago. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think the at last was the girl thing being before the second hero prophecy is confusing, but like I said, I just think the second hero is from like the part that lists out all the heroes. At last was the girl might be describing an important scene. Oh, also another thing, below on Hopes and Dreams I Send 3 Heroes at the World End prophecy, that one with the 3 heroes standing in front of the fountain, that seems like it pretty clearly depicts Susie on the left, I think. Anyways, there's no save point, and there's still one more encounter, or at least one. I'm gonna go do the egg stuff. What do you call a man with one eye? Why does the angel make its cry? Who will call the girl who snows? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, actually pay attention here. Where is it? There's the egg. It's a peculiar book here. Read it. And so wept the fallen star, making rivers with its tears. Then, slowly from the bitter water, something grew. It looked like glass. Another video I want to make sometime, especially if we get more material for this in Chapter 5. But, like, there are certain rooms that just... seem like they're not fully there. Either, like, in Chris's mind that we can also see in some way, or just in weird parts of the Dark World. But, like, if I remember correctly, when you access this room in the third sanctuary, you can bring other party members into it, and they just don't react, which, again, I've made a lot of, like, Omori Deltarune comparisons, but it specifically feels like the scenes where, like, you're in certain rooms with your other party members, and something really important is happening, but your party members just don't react at all. Roots. Again, I don't know why, but, like, it sort of does look like the Sans face. Like, obviously this isn't something I noticed until it was pointed out, but now it's hard for me to unsee it. I heard something in between. It was mixed up. Pointed forth the tail, the followed the grow, lost children, where would the poor children? And the constant, like, piano chord playing here. This is a fairly... like, the atmosphere in this room, like, fairly ominous. I like the presentation here. I've also considered that they aren't jumbled up, so it's meant to be the order Rousey, Chris, and Susie is the order they accept they're the heroes, which is why Susie is last. Oh, that's an order that works. Yeah, I can see that. I don't see any problems with that, right? Yeah, Rousey's, like, knows the prophecy before the other two. And then Chris accepts before Susie, who takes a while. Yeah, that works. I like that interpretation. I believe this always takes a certain amount of attempts, so no randomness. Chris, there you are. The patients are waiting for you. Yes, I know I'm quite small for a secretary, but knockoffs don't have the right to complain. Oh, hey, there's that bunch of diagram with a bunch of lines in a circle again. Anyways, yeah, this is what I'm talking about, like, 2 hospital doors and egg room in the middle. Like, if this area isn't completely literal and is instead just meant to represent, like, the art therapy location, it could very well be that this is the hospital, and again, like, 2 doors, 1 in the middle that you can't see. He is behind the tree. Well, there's a man here. Well, he seems to be pointing at something and nodding. Someone seems to be making a painting of a tree. However, strangely, it seems that they haven't drawn the bark yet. It's a sink. It would be ridiculous if you painted something and there was nowhere to wash your hands. I think every Chapter 3 and 4 no-hit stream I've done, I've had this delicious mixture of carbonated water and orange juice in a tall glass, and it's great. Like, I highly recommend just mixing orange juice or lemonade or any other fruit juice-like things with carbonated water. Like, I mean, it's basically just soda if it was less sugary. Will you draw? Chris picked up a pencil. They began by sketching what they had seen behind the tree. But as they sketched, the line began to err, as if the pencil had lost its way. So they started again, drawing over the lines they had already made. Many times they would suddenly halt, or the pencil drifted into a new drawing. So they started over again. Through many repetitions, their movements became faster and smoother, until without looking they had completed a sketch in a single, wild line. In the end, as a result of layering the sketches on top of each other, the surface of the canvas was nothing more than a monochrome smear. Next, a tree was painted over it, painted over everything, leaving nothing but a simple still life. After all, there wasn't anything to look at in the room besides a single tree. Chris got up. It seemed the painting was complete. But their hands, smudged with graphite, was still moving as if to trace some unseen shape. An egg was picked up from a nearby easel. I was gonna try to no-hit the night my PS4 keeps overheating? Really? It's overheating when you're playing Deltarune? I mean, I don't know your full situation, but that seems like a pretty low graphics game. It's a sink. You ran water over your hands and dried them. Between your fingers, a faint gray crease glittered stubbornly. You can never wash it all away. And then where's the so sorry-like NPC supposed to be? Well, there's not a man here. Yeah, I don't know where the so sorry NPC is. I thought they were like, it's somewhere to the left, or no, the right, I mean, like, bottom right. Deltarune always uses 100% CPU in my laptop for some reason. Oh, you're on Linux? Okay. I mean, yeah, I use BlueStacks to play, like, Plants vs. Zombies 2 mods, and even though that's, you know, they're like mods of a mobile game, but ported to PC, like, it can still run pretty poorly sometimes, although I think that might just be poor BlueStacks optimization. PS4 is like 10 years old. Oh yeah, I forget that that's, like, actually not that new of a console. Sometimes I forget the PS5 exists. Okay, is this really worth it? I'm gonna find out later. Oh, the so sorry NPC actually despawns once you get the egg. I feel like Deltarune should be able to run on an SNES. Yeah. I don't know, I saw there was that, like, Earthbound mod a bit ago that was just Deltarune Chapter 1. So I imagine I'd be able to go on an SNES just fine. Speaking of which, Earthbound, the Mother series is real creative, naming the first protagonist Ninten and the second protagonist Ness is just an anagram of SNES. If Mother 3 hadn't had a fan translation, Lucas's name would probably be something like I don't know what, like... Mother 3 is a Game Boy Advance game, right? I think? I don't know, I obviously haven't played it on a Game Boy Advance. I mean, I played it on completely legitimate Nintendo hardware. I hate piracy. Well, how'd the session go? They say art is therapeutic. Which one of you is the patient, anyway? Again, kind of funny how much of a nothing burger the chapters 1 and 2 eggs are compared to this. Sacred moss. Eat it? The moss was consumed with gusto. Who is Gusto? And then magically shortening room. Love finds its way to the girl. Hey! What does that mean? That Chris, I've got to find the next one. You can stay here. Yeah, this is another thing that I think works very well with the weird reinterpretation type theory. Like, oh, on the normal route, it's just epic Suzel moments. On the weird route, it's LOV, like Undertale levels of violence. Sans remembers you are genocides. And also the heart represents the soul in the weird route, I guess. Okay, and then I haven't saved in a while. Took 4 turns to spare this one on my first playthrough instead of 3 because I got so freaked out by the Undertale attack reticle that I just missed the attack. Or, well, missed the act. Okay, yeah. I mean, I saw some people, like, somehow instantly lock in when they saw that. Alright, and there's another optional battle before the save point, but that thing takes, like, 5 turns minimum to spare, and is extremely easy to avoid, so I don't want to do that one. Also saw a funny comparison between this solo Wickabell fight and that one teaser for the Chapter 5 trailer. Like, guys, what's the Undertale attack reticle here? Why are we fighting as Chris alone? Is this going to be a secret Kara boss fight? The Gallery of Ancient Faces. Welcome to Club Apathia. This is an archaeological exhibit. Today's history, tomorrow's archaeology. I can interact with you from up here? How rustic our ancestors were. No headdress in sight. They must have concerned themselves. He looks so original. An original-looking statue. Look how realistic the rendering of the water is by the stone. To our progenitors, this must have been the peak of beauty. It's a stone cooler, not particularly useful. A familiar-looking statue. These ancient once-celled organisms seem to have lived a simple life. Look how they band together. Lessons could be learned. I'm waiting to turn into stone. Hurry up, will you? Interaction with the sign is what triggers the encounter, I believe. Gallery. Saw an interesting comparison between this and one of the other scenes from the Chapter 5 teasers. Like, what if the circle with a slash in the middle, like, it sort of resembles the feather in the circle of light, I guess. And then the shrine also has, like, a vaguely friend-shaped roof, which this gallery thing also does, strangely enough. A beautiful specimen, although only the hard carapace remains. If we could see its delicate pieces, it may have had beautiful feathers or even a fleshy posterior. Ah, overachiever. The stone tablets carved in man's beard, a font of knowledge. Spellings were different back then, and better. An awful beast, a relief this creature was before our time. From the body shape, it seems to have eaten meat and fire. $500 dark dollars. And I guess I might just buy a bunch of Scarlixirs or something before going to the Titan fight. That way I just don't have that much money going into Chapter 5. Again, I want to fight the enemies more. Chris, hey, didn't I tell you to wait for a sec? If there's something about me here, then Huh? The last prophecy, the story's end. The last prophecy? Is this... What happens at the end? To save the worlds, there's only one way. Huh? It's telling us how to save the world? Hey, Chris, this will make everything easy, right? Hey, I was reading that. Old man? Wait. It's a long way back up. Just over 24 hours now. Something I think a lot of people are missing with their Final Prophecy, Final Tragedy interpretations. In the lead-up, you encounter the girl prophecy. Then love finds its way to the girl. And then you encounter the final prophecy surrounded by those girl images. Which, like, makes me think that it almost certainly has, like, either something to do with Susie or Noelle. Like, oh, if Susie's a girl, then it could either have something to do with Susie or just have something to do with Noelle, because Noelle would be the love in that scenario. Which, you know, definitely something to keep in mind for whatever Final Tragedy interpretations you want to come up with. Again, I think a big part of Night theorizing that I don't like is it seems almost wasted theorizing potential, because we could spend this time, like, actually trying to predict things that are being set up for the future, like the Angel, Final Prophecy. Like, one of the reasons I like theorizing about the Angel so much is it kind of reminds me of Chapter 2 Night debates. Except, well, a lot of Chapter 2 Night debates were like, it's early enough in the game where just about any candidate could work. For, like, these Angel debates, it's more like, there are few candidates who have a lot of evidence at once, but do they necessarily all fit together like that? Like, I'd just much rather theorize about stuff like this than see another, oh no, Des isn't the Knight, you're wrong, it's QC in my recommended page. The floor. Is something down there? I guess that answers that. This, like, I think I've no-hit this section casually before, but I still don't want to mess up. Chris, over here. Again, why are there just, like, mini Titans spawn in this pit? And I can't think of what else they would be besides Titan spawn, since you know, they're obviously Titan spawn colored, and you can just kill them without consequence. Also, that girl prophecy right there, is that, like, Final Prophecy shaded? Like, the red that only shows up there? Because if so, that again seems like something pretty major that people are, like, not thinking about. Come on, I see the top. Trailer shot, but, well, it's mirrored for some reason. Damn, that was close. Hey, Hey, Chris, I think I see it. Come on. Hey, I was right. It's the old man's study. He must have been leading us here, right? Now all we gotta do is get a hold of him. The fires run empty in its place. A stale glow which offers no warmth. Also, I saw someone stream, it might have been Spooky Dude's Chapter 4 playthrough, I can't remember for sure. It's only red when it shows up the second time. Maybe? Well, I'll have to keep an eye out. Also, I don't know if it undergoes, like, shading differences from being in the second sanctuary, since the second sanctuary is, you know, differently colored. Anyway, so yeah, I saw someone stream and I was like, oh, there's a weird organic NPC here. What does it say when you interact with it? Let me check. And it turned out it was a battle. What's weird is I think it is known as supposed to be like unused or placeholder encounter text, but I'm not sure. Like, what's going on here exactly? Like, I think the reason this encounter is here is in case you need to grind for money to buy more Rhapsody. Yeah, still, I want to harmonize again since it's the safer option. The tale which must not be followed. There's something interesting about that line is it seems to paint Friend or the Tale of Hell or Pointed Tail or whatever as like an anti-prophecy figure. It's an unmanned table of item. Take some. Hey, that's the old man's, dumbass. You gotta leave money or something. Dude, that's $100. It costs $99. We gotta make change. Nah, screw it. I'm not doing that. You paid an extra $1 for the Rhapsody. Rhapsody was added to your items. Alright. Anything else I want to put in storage now? Bitter Tear. Tension Gem. Yeah, that works. Hey, Chris, you think you'd want to come to our castle town? I mean, obviously he would, right? Might mean taking the hammer, but I'm sure he'd be cool with it though, right? Ooh, there's like a book blocking my path. I can't get through. Again, it's like retroactive foreshadowing for the secret boss fight. Because like, you can go back here whether you went back here before or not. Damn, it's dark in here. Hey! Hey, old man, the hell are you going? Come on, Chris, after him. Alright, can I remember which directions I need to take? Hey, slow down, old man. I'm trying to talk to you. Alright. Damn, can't see anything in here. Hey, Chris, wait a sec. Do you hear that noise? Here. Sounds like it was coming from... Just making sure. Right? Yeah, it totally sounds like... Church bell. Yeah, this way. Another noise. Sounded like it was coming from... Yeah, it totally sounds like a drum, church bell, violin, or Gaster. Susie, Gaster, I'll be right there. Hey, I heard something again. Damn it. Chris, I slipped and fell down somewhere. Stay there, okay? I'm gonna look for a way back. Left in complete darkness, seems there's nothing left to do but close your eyes and think about how Susie's doing now. Damn it, how am I gonna find a way back? Maybe if I just try and listen to what's around me? Old man? Old man, that's you, right? Old man, hey, we've been looking for you. There's like this door code, and I thought you might know the... Hey, old man, are you okay? Oh man, what are you doing? Why are you attacking me? You aren't trying to teach me something, are you? Hey, what's the big idea? It's me, Susie. I'm your friend, right? I wrote your letter for you. Don't you recognize me? Hey, say something. Say something already. Come on, say something already. I'm telling you, I don't want to hurt you, so just... Chris, hey! Chris, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the old man. We have to figure out how to get through to him. So I think the two phases of this fight are treated as two separate fights, since I can see the TP bar fill up at the start of this. So I'm guessing what's happening is it just saves your TP and then sets it to that amount when this phase starts. So yeah, the strategy is just defend over and over again, I think, since it gains TP, and I want 75. Yeah, 75% TP is better heal. Chris, why doesn't he recognize me? We have to stop him before anyone gets hurt. The air crackles with sound. Yeah, at this point, I think by the time the chapter was over, I was realizing, oh, Gerson's probably the secret boss, isn't he? Because even though I missed the Gerson fight, this boss being, a parallel to Gerson, obviously, changing your soul color, and having the obvious freedom reference with this flavor text, and Gerson showing up in armor at the end of the Titan fight. That all does a pretty good job of being hey, this is the secret boss, okay? I knew I screwed up. I screwed up making this Dark World. Trying to see him again, even though he's already... Old man, listen, I screwed up, I know, but we can bring you to our castle town. If we bring you there, you'll be all better. Okay, I'm done. I'm done, right? I won. Defend, better heal. Also, I guess the TP doesn't go down there because it just sets the fight to the ending. Screw it, old man. If it's really you, I know something you gotta recognize. See this? Didn't forget my green sparkles, did you? What the hell? What happened to his... The atmosphere in that fight is genuinely amazing. Susie, that wasn't the old man. Huh? One of the statues in his shape from his study. Must have begun moving when you made this dark world. A statue, then the old man... He's not in this world, sadly. Darkness patterned after the memory of a loved one tend to only appear in very specific darknesses. Emphasis on tend, except no, there isn't any emphasis on tend. Even if we tried to bring him to Castletown, he... Then why didn't you say something earlier? Huh? First the roaring thing, then you not being real. And now this? What's wrong with you? If you know something, why don't you just... Tell us! I'm sorry, I know so many things. I know so many things, I don't know when to say them. I don't want to say them to worry you two. So I end up not saying anything. What do you mean? You know so many things. About the rules of this world, about the prophecy, about what the prophecy says will happen. I didn't ask to know, but I do. I'm sorry if it creeps you out. I'm sorry if I don't tell you everything. It's just sometimes knowing things, it hurts. And if anyone's going to hurt... I'm sorry. Rouse, is that why you've been acting so weird today? Why you keep... I've just been trying to stay ahead of you two, so you don't have to see it. So you won't... Because it would... See what? The ending of the prophecy. What, that? The last prophecy thing? Susie, you didn't... No, I mean we almost did, but please let me go ahead from now on, please. I'll do every area, I'll do all the work, the next time too. You two can just hang out and have fun. I could do all the puzzles, I could... Hey, look, it's okay, man. The last prophecy thing, I don't need to see it. So if it helps, whenever you got it, you can go ahead alone. But everything else, we're doing it together, as a team. And nothing's gonna change that. Nothing! Whether you like it or not, toothpaste boy. Susie. First nugget makes someone cry? Sorry. I'm just glad you're friends with me. I'll be more honest, Susie, I promise. Even if it means sounding weird. Browsing. You couldn't get any weirder if you tried. You too, Susie. Thanks. Well, let's get out of here, Chris. So, like, did Rose's Azrael theorists just play this with their eyes closed? Susie, there's a few things I still can't say, but from now on, I want to tell you everything I can. So, know any codes to any doors? No, I do not. Oh yeah, same thing with Rousey as evil theorists. Like, that theory genuinely cooked after chapters 3 and 4. I'm the most important, guy. No matter what, I'm still here. Do you want to know what I know? Not now, dude. I mean, I guess Rousey is evil. It was, like, kind of a bad theory before this, because, like, ooh, obvious twist that has problems with it. Know anything about Noelle? I know which items of ours she can equip. And then again, you're supposed to equip ribbons. Okay, you actually know Jack. Great. I don't think they play this at all. Oh, that reminds me, like... I don't know how it's just such a thing, me constantly bringing up Jaru, but I mean, it's not like I'm punching down, so it's fine. But, like, I think in his playthrough of this, while he was in this scene, he was, like, completely ignoring, like, the ramifications of most of the text to his theories, but then when Rousey's voice got, like, higher pitched from him crying, he was like, oh, he literally switched to the Azrael voice, guys! It's so obvious! I suppose this leads back to the start. Do you three want to know the code to the door? Yeah. It's 2202. The expression changes. It's written on me, since I'm the most important. Thanks. We'll go steal the fountain. Okay. These are upside-down candles, right? That's what they're supposed to be? Like, there's probably a matching sprite in the first sanctuary of them just not upside down. Oh, well, this is it. See you in a sec. Nice. First try sound to justice. Yeah, I think the hardest part of that fight is the last attack, because... well, I think all the previous green arrow attacks are just, you know, they're always in a set order. That one isn't, I think, so you actually have to know how to react to stuff. And then, you know, if I didn't skip that attack, there's just a harder version of that attack that comes later. Plus a red soul attack. Back again. Huh. Really worked. Now. It is interesting that in this scenario, the darkness actually refills the lobby. Like, is that just because there was so much darkness in the third sanctuary to begin with? It's the same as before, the first time. I suppose the original Dark World was formed partially of the fountain inside there, too. The Knight's two fountains. So it makes sense it would be a similar world as before. Just similar, huh? Chris, Knight is waiting in there. There's no time to think about anything else. Let's go. Wait. What? Can we pose? Fine, dumbass. Yeah. So yeah, I guess before I reload the save, I can actually go down here, but afterwards a pillar of light blocks the way. Anyways, can't climb back down that. The original fountain is gone now. Yeah, I'll go explore the changes made to the Dark Sanctuary before going to the third Sanctuary. But, like, wow, being in the second Sanctuary took, like, less than an hour, I think. A green flame, it glows with knowledge. Yeah, I guess we don't have fast travel doors, we got these Gwei wisps instead. What? You emerged from the green flame? Well, you may as well head back through. This study has fallen to not more than a lonely shack. Warriors, gather your courage and return to the green flame. Alright, what do I want to do now? Wait. Did I talk to this captain before? Sorry. This is a kingdom without king or prince. Flaky disciples lost in meaningless worship. Old scholars great by research forgotten. Fairies, princesses, soldiers. On the outskirts, ghasts, wild beasts of horror and sloth. And, of course, a dark night. Okay, love this view. Nothing new here, I think. I do think there is one new NPC, though. Need a lift? All aboard! Cleave your own path. Cut your own way. Me? My way's in your way. It's your way or the highway. I remember, like, one of the few fake screenshots that I've actually fallen for, at least in recent memory, was, like, someone edited, like, a Pippins in that room. Like, oh yeah, you know, Pippins are an invasive species. They appear in, like, every Dark World, basically. And, like, it actually fooled me. Which is very rare. Oh, there once was a great forte piano up there above. Oh, how it sang in gold, till the grand door opened, releasing a cacophony of ancient witches. They did away with its fine timbers, leaving naught but dissonance. But warriors, I heard rumor that you did solve the piano's mystery. Though the piano be gone, its song may play in our hearts. Yeah, exclusive double Wickabell encounter here. Yeah, I think one of the main reasons I was fooled by that was, like, there's so many other lines of dialogue that are just so hyper-specific. And I think I just had to go looking in the text dump to confirm that, oh yeah, no, that the text associated with that Pippins does not exist. Yeah, Chapter 4 really, like, ups the difficulty of a lot of basic enemies. Like, I was getting hit on basic enemies quite a lot in this chapter, and they're a lot harder to spare now, too. Like, yeah, I think the second Sanctuary enemies are easier to spare than the other ones, but the important thing to note there is that the second Sanctuary enemies, like, Wingblade and Organic are both encountered when you only have Chris and Susie in their party. And, Wickabell's, like, the single Wickabell's encountered when you only have Chris, so even though you only have one party member, it's still 3-turn minimum to spare. Yeah, I can't remember if anything else changes in this area. Actually, that seems like new dialogue. Maybe we can just give him our pillows, too? Not like we really sleep there that much. Maybe we can have some of my bed spikes, too. Pumpkin's still gone. Yeah. Oh, talking archaeology, it was easier to worship the placid stone. Still, if my ancestors want to kick my ass, I must simply allow it. They said they know what an acorn is. That's no good. If you know, it means you can't ask what it is. Where's our great ancestor? This babbling fool must have done something. Begone, begone! We're not accepting further donations at this time. Take our money, steal from us, beat us down. What's behind this stream if you return to the Dark Sanctuary without doing the secret boss quest? Let me save. It's the nefarious roast chicken, Tony. Yeah, well, I was looking for the no-hit Chris segment video in the overworld. I think I also found the same channel did like a no-hit annoying dog climbing section. Actually, I mean, yeah, you can get hit. I'm gonna try not to get hit here. And I guess this is kind of a little hole in my theory that, like, oh, the only time these circle bolts are used, other than that one second sanctuary room, they're spinning around the center, which means they resemble halos on the Titan. And it's like, okay, I guess they sort of spin around here too, but they don't resemble halos nearly as much because they don't, like, almost form complete rings. Are those stars in the Chris Suzy Rouse colors? Because they're the same ones from Legend of Tenno, right? You open the treasure chest. Inside was Dog Dollar. Dog Dollar was added to your items. And, of course, the annoying dog can warp reality. Yep, that's the same as the first Sanctuary dialogue. Oh, she awakened. How unfortunate. Seems fun. I mean unfortunate. I don't really mind her song. It's a bit pleasant, actually. Tremble, crumble, I have awakened! Noble person, you shall be the first victim of my song. Hold up. Yeah, I hate it when this happens. It's always the same thing, I guess. Actually, this might show files if I open it up. Can I just, like, end stream and then start it back again? Yeah, I might do that, actually. Alright, yeah, I'll be back in a couple minutes.